meeting, we do know that, of course, asking for more weapons is going to be on the agenda of the Ukrainians. And really, this meeting comes at a point where we've heard the president and many of his closest advisors here in the White House argue that it might be time to take a more offensive posture toward Russia. Now, did that change because now they're going to be having this summit with Putin? We'll see. I think it's likely to probably expect that they don't want to rock the boat too much as these negotiations are happening. And so we'll have to see what happens today. We'll have to see what the Zelensky asks, of course, and what Trump is willing to provide. But just to go back to the Tomahawks, I think it's important to note what exactly they do, because they would provide Ukraine with the ability to strike targets inside Russia at a long range, something that the Ukrainians haven't been able to do. But part of the reason they're so controversial is because they're American made and largely would likely have to be American operated. And that's exactly what Putin had brought up in his call with Trump yesterday. So a lot to watch for today as we expect Zelensky to arrive later this morning.
Yes, possible Vladimir Putin bought himself another couple of weeks, at least, by floating the idea of these face-to-face meetings. Elena Train at the White House today. We're going to have to watch very, very closely. Thank you.
Joining me now with more is Ukrainian Parliament member Alexei Goncharenko. Thank you so much for being here with us. Really appreciate it. So, as we heard there, President Zelensky hoping to get those Tomahawk missiles from the U.S., but then President Trump spent 2.5 hours on the phone with Vladimir Putin. How did that call change the mood in Ukraine overnight?
Hi, and really like the new hope is born, I could say, because we see that President Trump actively involved and he is actively working on establishing peace in Ukraine, and that is great. Now his hands are free after the success in the Middle East, and I hope that this success will lead him to next success, stopping the war in Ukraine. Also, we see that Trump understood what language works with Putin when now he speaks much more tough about Russia, and when he speaks about possible delivery to Ukraine of Tomahawks missiles, when he speaks about India stopping buying Russian oil, and India is more than 1/3 of Russian oil export, so it's super important for Russia. All of this really works, and I think all of this made Putin to call to Trump, and all of this made Putin to agree for the new meeting.
Yeah.
And it's definitely this new meeting will be super important. And I think that if Trump will go out from this meeting without agreement and without Putin agrees to stop the war, that will be humiliation for Trump. So now we have a really new hope.
I'm interested that you say hope, because certainly, I mean, there were some fears expressed that Putin always seems to be able to talk President Trump down from acting. It seems like every time Trump gets tough on Putin, they have a phone call and suddenly he seems to soften. So are you not worried at all that that pattern will mean the Ukraine won't get the weapons you need to turn this war around?
Performance, durability, affordability. Only one place does it all. Harbor Freight.
You wash your whole body every day, so why don't you wash your whole mouth?
Listerine, wash your mouth.
They don't want you to know about it.
Hey, did you know you might get a big cash payout if you were in a car accident up to 1 year ago, even if you weren't driving? Just click the link around this video to see how much you can get. Just answer 5 simple questions, and it only takes 30 seconds. If you got hurt by a driver in the last year, you might be owed money without even knowing. You could get a check just like this one, maybe even more. Click the link now to find out. Tens of thousands of people have received a 5-figure or even a 6-figure check without going to court, paying big legal fees, or dealing with insurance companies or greedy attorneys. Even if you were a pedestrian, rideshare user, cyclist, or a motorcyclist, you can get the justice you deserve. Look at Mia, for example. She had no idea her case was worth anything, but after she came to car accident counsel, she got over $160,000 from an accident that happened a little less than a year ago. No matter what you thought before, you can get what you're owed.
You know, we need to stop the war. We need to end this war as soon as possible. Yeah, the best thing would be just to completely defeat Russia. Unfortunately, for the moment, we are not on the edge of it. So we need to stop this war, and it can't be made without speaking with Putin. So it's clear that Ukraine can't speak with Putin. Putin will not listen to us, and Putin just wants to take Ukraine, not to speak with us. So it's only Trump and so it's only American leader and Chinese leader.
Yes, we back in the building with another podcast vlog, and this is RDP, aka Rado Podcast, and I'm your host, Hand 5000. And in my famous words, I like to say, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's happening? Listen, man, we got the boy Supreme calls Bimmy out on his new doxers. Fat Joe with the sexual and all that lawsuits. The wars in California. President Trump not going for nothing, leaning on Putin. Ray send them boys up in Venezuela. I got a full pack show for you. It's Friday, Jumar Friday. It's 10:10. I'm locked in with y'all to 12 o'clock. I'm not on twist my gas I'm not on roll up while I'm on camera because you get demonetized for that. We demonetized that. We from Baltimore City, Baltimore Park. Listen, please hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. You just came in my house. Listen, when you walk in somebody's house, how you doing, sir? So I like the people just to do this. Just double tap. Bow, bow, bow. Just double tap. Just double tap. Please hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. Stories of today we'll be talking about President Trump and how hard he going. We got to talk about the wars in California. Big U, Big Brick Baby, Fat Joe, allegation. Just talking about this stuff. What else on the chopping block? Oh, Supreme in the Bimmy situation. Man, it's deep. I'm going in today. It's Friday, Jumon Friday. It's beautiful. Let's go, man. Please double tap the screen. Come on, y'all. Like, share. Get with me. Hit that notification button. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a like. Leave a comment. Right now, the president from Ukraine is on his way to the United States to have a meeting, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm playing these clips for y'all to get updated, because you got to get updated on the world news. Y'all can play all y'all want, but you got to know this stuff on the world news. You got to know what's going on, y'all. Everything ain't all about hip hop. I love hip hop, and I'm always cover hip hop. Everything not about hip hop. You got to get some of this world news. So that's what I'm hitting y'all with. Roll that up while I put my earth in the air. Hit that notification button. Hit that subscribe button. If you don't do nothing, just like the video. Yeah, I'm practicing my dance. The pop. Yeah, I ain't no dance. We're just joking around. Candy Cane, what's up? Shout out to the Mod Squad in the building. Candy Cane in the building. Let's go.
Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky at the White House.
Don't forget, don't forget your pickup.
Tomahawks. These are longer range missiles that would give Ukraine the ability to hit deep inside of Russia. You can see the range there. It would give them the capability to go way past Moscow into other areas. There have been some signs.
Yo, hit that note.
Request of the Kremlin. Now the president says Putin within weeks. He did say the Tomahawks came up in the phone call.
I did actually say, would you mind if I gave a couple of thousand Tomahawks to your opposition? I did say that to him. I said it just that way. He didn't like the idea. Said it that way. Sometimes, Adam. So, wouldn't anybody?
For today's meeting and this probable meeting with Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, I think the Russians knew exactly what they were doing when they tried to intervene, John, less than 24 hours before this meeting with Volodymyr Zelensky today at the White House. They knew exactly what was likely to be discussed in this meeting between, of course, the President Donald Trump, and Zelensky. And really the goal, I think, of that call is to try and make sure.
Malcolm X on the wall, bro.
Now,
Malcolm X on the wall, bro. You can't see everything, but Malcolm and Dr. King right there. If you look all the way at the end, on the floor pop by Richard Pryor.
Floating publicly this idea of providing Kyiv with these long-range American missiles.
You see Michael Jackson?
To try and force the Russians.
That's them right there. You see that?
Phone call take place.
I go Malcolm X and Dr. King.
On that lengthy phone
I would do that, boy. Malcolm X up there twice. He should be. I had a poster of Malcolm. Yeah. I got them people up there. The goons definitely up there. How I sound on my microphone, yo?
That call with the Russian president came after a week of the President Donald Trump being, of course, very frustrated with Putin, who is not living up to some of the commitments.
I feel good, y'all. Hold up. Let me get into my fan base. I feel good, y'all. I mean, it's a beautiful Friday. Allah woke me up this morning. I don't know what's planned for me this weekend. I did pretty good yesterday at the auction. You know what I'm saying? I'm gassed up today, man. I'm really feeling good, bro. Thank you. But hey, I'm here now. You know, I know I'm supposed to be consistent. I'm getting consistent. But hey, I'm here and I'm not gonna go weeks in and weeks and days without doing it. I just get tied up and couldn't really deliver the content. But President Trump been talking some gangster shit. He told Venezuela he coming in again. He said they selling drugs. Then he said he just told the dudes, he told Vladimir, look, how about I some missiles, about 58 of them. How you like that? Because y'all won't kill a war. So, what president? Everything that President Trump is doing, I don't agree. Fuck no, you'll be a fool. I don't agree. But one thing I do agree with, the boy a man of his motherfucking word and about his business. You know, just because that business don't benefit us and that benefit might hurt people, but hey, he talking that gangster shit to them other presidents. And they won't even play with him. They won't even get the laugh joking with him. He ain't, you know, the government and everything the government got going on, right? So I say to you that the people hurt. The people hurt. So when we sit up there and we say United States this and that, yo, when they go bombing countries, innocent people die, bro. And that's a crime against humanity. When grown men and grown women can't come to agreement and they start fighting, a lot of innocent people die. Just like with two big celebrities get the beefing, mostly the entourage die. So I don't be wanting them wars. I don't be wanting them wars for the simple fact of the matter is that innocent people die. And if you got any type of heart, whether you Muslim, Christian, Catholic, Hindu, Buddhist, whatever, bro, you believe in God, and you know one of God's every creation that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created, humanity was one of his top picks. So everybody is beautiful in God's eyes. If I got a problem with Trump, I want to hit Trump. That's why we come up in the ghetto. But coming through the whole United States, murdering innocent people is uncalled for. And we, since my years of living, I haven't experienced our country been invaded. But I could just imagine the feeling of waking up. Shit's blowing up all day, every day. You don't know if you're gonna wake up or you're gonna be blown up. Little children, it's horrible, bro. It's horrible, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's horrible, bro. It's horrible. So I'm like, yo, any peace treaty to stop a war, anybody should want that, especially when a lot of innocent people lives are at risk. That's how I feel about war. Like, come on, bro. Presidents and big dogs can't come to their understanding, so they go to war and they hurt the people. And the people that get hurt the most is innocent women and children. You know what I'm saying? You know, things happen in them wars when you invade them countries. Things happen that's unforgivable. And I hate that. And I hate that. I hate that. A lot of babies are born. Well, you know, it's a lot of nasty stuff that goes on in the war. So I don't want that. It might be the double A. Yo, that's what my smoke detector do, yo. It makes that noise, bro. It's brand new batteries and it makes that noise. What's good, what's good, Porch Prophet, man? You had a lot to say about them Steelers, but won't you say that was one of the best games you've seen in the last 7 weeks? Won't y'all say that? Won't everybody say that? I'm talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers because everybody know you look over there. Look over this little corner over there. You know what I'm saying? I like that corner up for you. That's the old Pittsburgh corner. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Y'all see that? You know, I'll let that sit on y'all. So y'all wanted to chop that stuff about Pittsburgh yesterday. And that was one of the greatest games we saw this season. That was a defense and an offensive game. And Prophet, I hope you listening to me. That's all I asked for. I say Pittsburgh Steelers, we will be contenders if we have somebody that can score. And Aaron Rodgers is scoring. Them boys kicked the field goal. It was 31-30. They kicked the field goal and got down there. I mean, he got the ball to the good guys. It was a fucking war. Nobody didn't think, and the game was so good, you didn't know who was going to come out on top. That game was so good, Prophet. Nobody, I know Joe Flacco, your man. I know you was cheering for Flacco, your tickets and all. But guess what? Flack played against a quarterback equally yoked. They both earned 41. A-Rod 41 and Flacco's 40. So he played in his age group. And it was a battle of the Titans. And guess what? I'm a Steelers fan. I ain't mad at the loss. If I got to lose next week like that in a fist fight like that, that's what football about. If I gotta lose like that, man, hey, take the money. You know what I mean? I respectfully play the Cincinnati with pride, bro. That's a game where you paid the people with pride because we was on the edge of our seats the whole fucking game. Hey, the Bengals, they pulled it off. I'm not mad. Plus 240, but hey, it wasn't going on. Good. Yeah, it was a good AFC North showdown. It was a big battle, bro. It's a big fight, bro. To me, I'm gonna get back to the president and all that goofy stuff. To me, A-Rod and Flacco show yesterday why they still 40 in the game. Them boys show why they 40 in the game, bro. Come on, man. They look better than them young boys, man. You know what I mean? They looked good, man, last night, man. Everybody, even some of the most Pittsburgh haters. I know Pittsburgh haters because I'm a fan. Bro, the Pittsburgh haters even said, man, that was one hell of a fist fight, bro. That's what we pay to see. You know what I mean? That's what we pay to see. That's exactly what we pay to see, hands down. You ain't got to worry about the negative comment. He's a bitch. That's what he is. He's a bitch and he's hiding behind the camera. That's it. He's a bitch and he's hiding behind the camera. That's it. And I need some dental work. I'm not afraid to admit that. But who are you to tell me? I got more money in my pocket than you do. I got more going on in life than you do. No, but I put my dick in your mother's mouth last night before I came in. That's it. When Cho stopped playing, I played back. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. You ain't got no money in your pocket, nigga. You don't hear commenting. You feel me? You ain't here commenting, bro. You comment, you come in here and start playing. They get you out of there. Go play with somebody else, bro. Since you ain't got no family. You know what I'm saying? Since you ain't got no family, I'm gonna get rid of you. I ain't got to sit there on my joint and go through that. You feel me? I ain't got to go. But like I was saying though, cuz that game was hard. That game was incredible. That game was what was expected. And to go in to 7 2 out by 4-2, I can't be mad, bro. I mean, you know, I can't be mad. It definitely look at them tapes. It would have been beautiful to go 5-1, but hey, man, Sense did it. And Sense fighting. We both fighting in the AFC. I ain't counting Lamar and them back this week. Shit different. Stop out the camera real quick. Don't want to get demonetized. Sorry, a hater in here. Ghost chill, bro. They just be talking, bro. No, I forgot what time of day that I gotta get on YouTube to talk to civilized, respectful people of the culture. Because these guys are making me mad, like really. But I don't really care. The half of the people that talk, they don't know you. And they just want to be feel important. And that's why I react to trolls and ignorant people. You got to give them some time of day. Because face to face, my reaction would be different. My reaction would be totally different. Face to face, it would. But I'm grown. I'm mature. I don't really care about that. It's the internet. I'm trying to make my little pennies off of this. It's not like nobody's donating and doing the right thing. Bro. Like I have so many lighters, bro, but I could never keep one. Like I'm glad my nephew Spaz Money's not around. So let's get into this. So now I can get into my shit. Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. Do you often spend quality time with baby or no? No, I'm on Fifth. I'm in Texas. Can't legally gamble, but we got the loopholes. Face to face, granted wouldn't do anything. You making money regardless, getting that interaction. Yes, sir. It say, you cool as fuck. I can tell you real. Thank you. Only hard rock kind of sucks. Cool. All right. So let's get into this. I love to get into my bread and butter hip hop talk. We're gonna get back into that other shit. So Supreme, the GOAT, the legendary Supreme team, Supreme McGraw, oh man. So he dropped the new joint, right? And everybody's talking about it, right? Now, Supreme been in jail 25 years. Everybody know the 50 Cent beef and this and that. So everybody, everybody, the real Brian Gibbs, everybody is creating content off of this new allegation. Now, for some of you YouTubers that's just tapped in, y'all don't give two fucks about the Supreme team. We're talking about a man that's been locked up 25 years. We're talking about dudes that was hanging out 40 years ago. We're talking about men that's well over 50 years old. Some are in their, these niggas in their 60s, and they're just rap beefing. You get what I'm saying? This ain't rap beefing. You know, one thing that's been huge in the hip hop community is the not snitching culture. The not snitching culture is a culture that's in the urban community. That whereas though if you jump off the porch and you engage in criminal activities, you don't have the right to use the prosecutor or the police department for assistance. And you have to watch what you say. So Preem been locked up 25 years, and you know, the Supreme team, all the stories came out about them. They gassing it up. So now Preem finally saying, hold up, you know what I mean? Some of these people wasn't right, or he putting out whoever he want to put out there after 25 years with this new doc series or whatever he's got going on. So Bimmy, if y'all don't know who Bimmy is Waka Flocka uncle, big dad brother. Got down in the streets of New York, got some money, got in the industry, worked for Def Jam and a hype of Def Jam in the late 90s, 97. So he was there through the DMX, the Mary J's, through all that. So Bimmy is a industry person. But he was a street guy before he was an industry person, and he ran with a legendary dude out of Queens, New York, by the name of Supreme McGriff. If you don't know who Supreme is, he caught the case with Gene Gotti and Herb Gotti back in 2099. They had him up. The Gotti brothers got found not guilty. Supreme got life in prison. Supreme, oh man, Baltimore was involved in this. Supreme was, allegedly going crazy. So he got life for racketeering, drugs, or whatever he got, but he's got life in prison. He's in a USP somewhere. And now, his son been advocating for him real heavy, just raising awareness, beefing with different dudes. And, his son has been riding for his father. So he finally speaks about certain things. Now, does this matter in 2025? No, it doesn't. It's just something for good content. You know what I mean? It's just something for good content. So I'm going to play some clips of this, and y'all tell me what y'all think. So, Rap 100, you know what I mean? The infamous federal informant, he thumbed through the paperwork, and he found Bimmy not guilty of ratting. I looked at that. He said, I don't see your name in the paperwork, this and that. And if you ain't got no black and white on it, man, you can't be saying the man told. Preem in federal prison, he know that. But it's dudes that's taking the Bimmy side. They're saying, yo, let's see the work. You got to have that in the work. And it's definitely dudes that's riding out with Supreme. So it's you know what I mean? So it's different dudes talking about this. Bimmy being a rap for the last 40 years. He definitely said that. The supreme truth, bro. That's what it's called. I just play a little bit. It's deep. So I'm just going to be playing clips going in and out of this. Now, I'm a huge fan of Debbie. Waka Flocka mother for her legacy in hip hop, and then just hearing Miss Dab's story. But at first, when they was talking about Bimmy, I looked at Bimmy like a real big boy. I don't know Bimmy personally. I'm not even close to their age, but I'm saying he was a real big boy because a few docs and stuff about Bimmy and this and that. Now, Preem the boss, Prince is home. They're speaking out. They're speaking out, and their story's old. And I guess, the Supreme team would make a great story. Prince and them, they got a story where as though they could do some doc series and make some money. I really do. You know what I mean? I really do, like straight up and down. So that's what we talking about.
This is Hood Love TV, where you live, love, and learn. At MEO, you can go to.
These are too much of the entry time. Let's get straight to this.
It ain't Queens, man. It's the game. That game is looking nasty. You know what I'm saying?
That game is looking nasty, y'all.
Let's get it. You already know.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Orlando, you from Maryland. What's up? DMV, stand up.
What up, bro?
I mess with everybody, man. From Baltimore City, baby, the heart of the hood, where niggas like to bust heads and look good. Yeah.
Ain't nothing, man. Just talking about the situation, man. Talking about this whole situation with the paperwork, because I don't know if you've seen the post yet, but Bimmy, he posted the matter of fact. Let me see if I can just get it real quick. Bimmy posted the
paperwork,
the documentary, and was like, and was like, get money. I hope you get paid. You know what I'm saying? And
that's what Bibby making it seem like. Bibby making it seem like it was just Preem and them doing this for play with the money. Baby said he hollered at him. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, yo, this shit just too much, yo, bro. Like, I'm from Baltimore, bro, from the heart of the hood, bro. Like, man, like, it's this shit goes on everywhere, but some places this shit just too popular, bro.
Please go out and support this doc. I am so happy I can help get your money, my nigga. Free the real, 100. Oh, one more thing. Show the work. You know what I'm saying? And right now, right there, I think the real S1 page. I think that's S1. Used to be Blaze. I don't know what he's doing now. He says it up here and stuff. He says you can't just call a man a rat
without the paperwork. That's a fact.
A person can't substantiate that a person is by means of legal paperwork. You can't assume the accusation to be true.
That's
there
facts.
has to be testimony after the paperwork.
That's facts.
Anyone that informs. Can anyone point to a trial that Bimmy sat on and informed on someone? According to the Fifth Amendment in the Bill of Rights, we have a right to face our accusers.
Right.
So if Bimmy didn't inform on Preem, then why wasn't Bimmy subpoenaed to testify?
Right.
Preem has a right to face his accuser. And I'm gonna get to Preem's rights because I watched that documentary. We have to understand the law and go off of facts than accusations. The real Polo Sean, he says he needs to have his honor snatched. I know Whack 100 was in the comments somewhere. They said, I don't know. It's a lot going on. Here go Whack 100. He says, at Bimmy, about time you responded. You can't be no man's punching bag. I have to work. I don't see you there. I think he's going off of what and who he knew was there. But I'm wondering why it took 40 years to say this. Right?
I said that last night to you though, Mikey.
I'm gonna talk about that. I mean, I don't know. That's in the mind of the Supreme team. So I can't speak. I can't speak to somebody's mind. But I'm gonna say this. Preem got his nephew all that time, Prince. Right? Preem got his nephew all that time, wrapped up whatever Preem was doing. He came out the house under Supreme and what Supreme was doing. Right? Prince came home. Prince Miller knew NYC. Prince is the one that's getting paid for that documentary. When I went and bought it, it said Prince Miller, NYC. I put the link up there. It's Prince Miller NYC. They waited till homie came home. He had all them life sentences. He gave it back. You know you can't be out here or in prison talking about all these rats and all this stuff and expect for them people to let you go. You see what I'm saying? So I think the whole thing was they let the people know in the street.
I think the whole thing is one thing that's clear, right? If you ain't got no black and white or no audio or no visual or was in the courtroom when that man took his thing, you can't call the man a rat. You just can't do it.
He didn't deal with Bimmy. So dude is trying to say that the Supreme Team harbored Bimmy as a rat. That is a lie. Because when Supreme came home, he wasn't around Bimmy. There's no pictures with him and Bimmy. He wasn't with Murder Inc. He's nowhere with them. So what does that tell you? What do you got to say about that?
I mean, they obviously, if he wasn't around them, they must have felt like, well, he must have did something. You know what I'm saying? Like, but,
But that paperwork up here, that paperwork is solid, bro. As far as the judge, once you go all the way, once you do the deep dive, once you go all the way, then they're gonna have to show you who these confidential forms. All those names come out when you go to Supreme Court. When you go to, they try to hold it at first. They try to hold all the information at first as long as possible because most people don't go all the way and exhaust all of this stuff.
They don't. But I'm gonna tell you, from my experience, straight up, I had a case and they came in that bitch and they tried to get me to fucking to flip on my niggas. Man, I looked at the motherfucking papers and I sent them flying back across the table. So what I'm gonna tell you what the paper said, it said I hand 5,000 agree. So they told me, listen, if you sign this, when you go back, your friend's not even gonna go to trial once they see this. I said, man, shit. Man, my motherfucking grandmother live on a block, nigga. You tripping. I ain't no rat. And they held that against me in court. I said that I wasn't no snitch, and they held that shit against me in court. Gave me 15 years. But hell fucking no. Hell no. I wasn't doing no shit like that. Hell no. So that's one thing they gonna do. So when dudes see your name on the papers, they gonna be like, hell no, he knows something. So that's what it is. You know what I mean? But for him to be a part of the Supreme Team and when them dudes came home, when them dudes came home and shit, they wasn't fucking with him. So that's a sign right there. You know what I mean? And dudes ain't fucking with dudes can be over various reasons, but I don't see dude going to jail with a team and then dudes not fucking with him. And I also don't see no proof of him telling. You know what I mean?
Out here, we was with the
the streets alone. I predicted jail. What happened? Shit, I tried to put them on. The views and opinions expressed by Zip is not always the views and opinions held by Zip. Sometimes they come from the cat. The cat doesn't identify as a cat and believes it's a pit bull. So around here, we refer to it as a pig cat. I've been waiting for this day for a very long time.
They go together.
Right? Yeah.
Don't ever smoke without no water.
I'm the first one to get on the internet and tell y'all that Benny was a confidential informant. You heard? I'm the first one to do that.
Oh my
I'm the
God.
first one to tell y'all that Benny was a confidential informant. You know what y'all did? A lot of y'all didn't take my word for it. A lot of y'all didn't take my word for it. I've been waiting for this day to come, you heard? Because today is October 15th, 2025. And if you go to Supreme Nephew, Gerald Prince Miller, the one that just gave back all that time and came home, if you go to his page, you will see that they was releasing a documentary today called The Supreme Truth.
The Supreme Truth.
Yeah, it costs a couple dollars. You ain't gonna be able to watch it for free. They want a couple dollars. So if I was you, I would go spend your money for it. You heard? I spent my money on it.
I spend my money on it.
Get this part right here.
Here we go.
Just to get this part right here.
You know, he goes away on conspiracy charges. He had been arrested and prosecuted based on a search of a premises that he was in.
These were dirty cops. who were working with a dirty, lying CI. Sergeant Foster and Myron Cherry both lied on the oath just to try to arrest me. James Benny Andy has been a CI for over 40 years. Benny is the CI they described in this search warrant affidavit and lies that two people were kidnapped and beaten in near death. It was a lie.
Hold up.
Hold up.
I'm gonna play that again because maybe
Y'all gotta hear this again.
what's going on right
I gotta order that Preem joint.
Prince Miller page right now.
Go to Prince Miller page.
Documentary dropping on October 15th, 2020.
That was 2 days ago. This is burning the internet up now. This is burning the internet up.
What I found, y'all.
With a dab, I ain't got no dab, bro. Send it to me.
Conspiracy charges. He had been arrested and prosecuted based on a search of a premises that he was in.
These were dirty cops who were working with a dirty, lying CI. Sergeant Foster and Myron Cherry both lied under oath just to try to arrest me. James Benny Andy has been a CI for over 40 years. Benny is the CI they described in this search warrant affidavit and lies that two people were kidnapped and beaten in near death. It was a lie. When they did the search, no evidence of a kidnapping existed. This is what informants do. They lie. And the police and prosecutors don't care. They just want to win no matter what.
Ultimately, they threw out the search, but now the federal.
I remember when I first got on the internet and I said, Benny been a snitch since 1995.
Dang.
I remember when one of them old niggas from the Supreme Team called me on the phone like, I love what you doing out here, but you wrong, nigga. I said, I'm wrong? He said, yeah, you said he been a rat since 95. He ain't been no rat since 95. He been a rat since 85. And that's what Preem talking about. That's that case that Preem caught. He blew trial. He got a 9 to life for that. He gave it back on appeal. Y'all remember when I was telling y'all about that? Y'all remember when I was telling y'all in that picture with Bimmy in the car with Preem? I think Bimmy's in the back seat. The nigga that's sitting in the passenger seat called me on the phone and said, nigga, you got it wrong.
Dang.
Bimmy been a rat since 85. That's what he told me.
Oh yeah. I fuck with Big Dad.
Preem, in his own words, is on the internet saying Benny been a confidential informant for 40 years. 40 years. How much did Bubba Dub say? 40 years. What y'all gonna say now? Oh, you that dirty nigga on the couch hating, blah, blah, blah. That dirty nigga on the couch hating, blah, blah, blah. Everybody know Preem stand up official tissue, stood tall. Everybody know that. I put Preem in my truck. Told him leave them streets alone. I predicted jail would happen shit. I try to put them on. Niggas been knew Benny was a rat. Niggas been knew Benny was a rat. Niggas ain't showed me no support, really. Niggas ain't really helped me out. I spent my money on that. I got that the hard way right there, pause. But that's just like validation, some extra validation, because I be getting that. Like, I'm about to have to do a video tomorrow or something. Cameron check Zip with the drip. He ain't like something I said on the internet, jumped in my DM and checked me about it. So stay tuned. We're going to get to that tomorrow, probably. But for right now, I just want y'all to know that, matter of fact, I'm going to play it one more time for y'all. Hold up. I'm going to play this one more time for y'all, man. Because, like, what we doing here?
I want to see the proof now. They said Benny, he was setting people up. So that's what the thing is. So, you know, I'm getting bits and clips because I'm going to watch the whole shit for myself. But I'm telling you, man, this shit is trending. This shit is trending, bro. This shit is trending so bad. And it's like,
you see, as we know from a famous quote from 50
He was fired just.
So, like I said, Benny, it doesn't hold nothing in the day, but these are older dudes, legendary dudes, Prince and them. I think I'll play some more clips and hear what some of these guys talking about. Cause these dudes.
Oh, from a famous quote from 50 Cent, Ghetto Quran. You see, Preem was the businessman and Prince was the killer.
Yeah.
From the world's famous, Queen's famous Supreme Team. What was Bimmy? You see, everything that stays in the dark eventually comes to the light.
That's a fact.
And sometimes you gotta face that, especially when the most dangerous guy, one of the most dangerous men, the leader, Kenneth Supreme McGriff, comes out and says, Bimmy was a rat for over 40 years? Let's talk about it. This is Harlem legend, no cap.
Damn, yo. That boy said boy was a rat for 40 years. My whole life.
I ain't gonna hold you. Queens, the most famous Southside Supreme. Supreme Team.
Let's go. Everybody heard of the Supreme Team.
Most notable as one of the kings of Queens. We gotta call it what it is. One of the Queens legends. You heard legends.
Boy, Preem.
Supreme McGriff. We all know he is serving life in prison at the moment. Okay? And everyone, and including me, just everyone has been waiting to hear what's really been going on out here, because we all know Bimmy. And Bimmy's been running around the internet at one point like he couldn't be touched. Yeah. And shout out to Bullets Gotti. Shout out to Zip with the Drip. Because I remember when this first came to the light.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's break that down. When it first came to the light that Bimmy, a.k.a. Music, was a rat, Bullets Gotti pulled up on 050. I remember it like it was yesterday. He pulled up on me in China and he basically told us Bimmy was a rat. Why you think he put him in that documentary that Nas had something to do with?
True.
See, we all sat back because we had no proof of that.
See, and that's what I'm gonna say. All of the shit that came out with the Supreme Team and by Benny being, a part of that and not being invited to none of that is weird. It's weird. It's weird. They're making sense with this. Like I said, I'm gonna tell you, I haven't seen no black and white one with the man name on it. Haven't seen it. Prince was locked up for all them years. You read the Don Divas, you seen it, right? Preem been in jail. We ain't heard no flaw on these men name. These men, over the years of their incarceration, ain't even been coming out saying niggas was fucked up. They were saying they had a little yacht beef or whatever. Now they couldn't really do nothing because Prince or Preem was never home. Prince is home. He puts it out there. Now everybody know Prince had an elbow. Them Bowies. He had them Rockies. Life sentences. Man did 30 some years in the joint. Gave that stuff back. See, when Preem was home on his second run, Prince was still booked. You get what I'm saying? So Prince, he laid down. He home. He's a man. He's reaping the benefits of any solid individual that go to prison. He's using his past to create financial stability because he stood behind the wall for years. He's making money off of this documentary to probably try to help his uncle out with lawyers, probably to get himself, in position. And the Supreme Team story is legendary. We all dudes want to just see it because we like to look up the history of the streets. Most of our street guys love to look up the history of the streets. So we want to talk about this in the barber shops, the bullpens, the basements, the man caves. Everybody want to talk about this. Whack 100 stepped up and said, he went through the paperwork and he ain't in there. But I felt like Whack is looking for a statement. A statement. A confession, a trial. He says he's a confidential informant. An informant that they didn't want nobody to know about. Because if he been working 40 years, good God Almighty, and some big boys in that music industry then got their heads knocked off. You know, he was at Def Jam in the 90s when Def Jam was I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of Def Jam artists were managers and had other little small labels they was on that was streets. Supreme Team opinion is he a rat. He probably ain't right. And even if he good, he guilty in their eyes. For sure. For sure. Because they know. They know. They know. They know. They know. And this is deep. They know. And this is deep. You finish.
A lot of people were waiting on Prince to speak on this. You heard this was like floating around everywhere. As soon as he came home, I think he did 36 years. Let's break this down. During the 1980s, Miller was the right-hand man to his uncle, Kenneth Supreme McGriff, and a member of the Supreme Team drug trafficking gang in Queens, New York. He served over 30 years in prison. And as y'all can see, now he's living his best life. Thank God. God bless this man. You heard the documentary just dropped, y'all. Exclusive. If you want to get Queens history, make sure y'all tap into
This shit big. This shit big for them old heads of New York.
www.PrinceMillerNYC.com, because they seem to be giving out the details of what's going on here. Yeah, with Bimmy, aka Music. Look, he said a lot on the internet, y'all, and I ain't gonna lie, Zip with the Drip tripped him up quite a few times, but it never was confirmed until now. And don't get me wrong, Zip had the paperwork, but now it's ultimately confirmed because Kenneth McGriff, he comes out and confirms. Yeah, he confirms. Bimmy has been a rat for over 40 years.
Right.
Pay attention, y'all.
The way on conspiracy charges.
He had been arrested and prosecuted based on a search of a premises that he was in.
These were dirty cops who were working with a dirty, blind CI. Sergeant Foster and Sergeant Sherry both lied under oath just to try to arrest me. James Benny Andy has been a CI for over 40 years. Benny is the CI they described in this search warrant affidavit.
Do you hear what he just said, y'all? Let me do that again, one more time.
For over 40 years. James Benny Andy has been a CI for over 40 years. Benny is the CI they described in this search warrant affidavit and lies that two people were kidnapped and beaten in near death. It was a lie. When they did the search, no evidence of a kidnapping existed. This is what informants do. They lie. And the police and prosecutors don't care. They just want to win no matter.
I gotta be real. Make sure y'all check out the full documentary.
Yeah. Gotta check that out.
History. I'm just giving y'all the backstory of Bimmy, aka Music. Yeah, I don't even care about the people that was protecting them. I don't even care about the people that was going against what was already manifested by Zip with the Drip. Let's get to that. But I want to show y'all because he was in the industry heavy. Let's keep in mind, he is family to Waka Flocka. You heard? He's his uncle. So when you break this all down, he was using the tag as a Supreme Team. Bimmy, that's from the Supreme Team.
Yeah.
And as you can see, he was rubbing shoulders with the best of them. He's rubbing shoulders with all these guys, Fat Joe, Uncle Murder. Look at all these guys in the industry that he's rubbing shoulders with. I'm just being real, y'all. And Jam Master Jay, I mean, he was around all these guys. Gucci Man, rest in peace to Shorty Low. This guy has been all over the industry. And if you're wondering if one of your partners why he got locked up allegedly, you never know. Now we're wondering why Rod Diggs went to jail. It's a lot, over 40 years. When you break this down and really look at all of this, y'all, you got to really break this down and take this into account. This has been 40 years. 40 plus years, this man has been an informant, a CI. And this is the man Supreme, the one that ran the whole situation. He knows. You heard there's no paperwork needed here. This is bad money all the way around the board. Hopefully Supreme can get some type of relief. You dig what I'm saying? Because there's guys like this, that scumbags, they're just nasty. You heard they nasty, and these guys will get put away for things that they did. Because a rat, a snitch will say anything and do anything to stay out of prison.
Yeah.
And that's what I believe, to be honest with you. That's what I believe Bimmy's been doing this whole time. That's what they do. They was telling anybody to stay out of prison. This is nasty work all the way around the board. God bless everybody involved, because it's been years that he's been running around the internet. And a lot of people have been protecting him.
Yeah.
I'm not even mad at that. I'm not mad at that. You got to be careful if you ever been around this guy, because at the end of the day, you're in hot water. You telling this man all your secrets, you're in hot water. This guy's willing to tell on anybody to stay out of jail.
Dang.
You heard Fat Joe, if you did any dirt, anything around this guy at any point in time, you have to be very careful, because there's one man that's serving the rest of his life behind bars.
Dang.
Supreme. You heard?
Dang.
Kenneth Supreme McGriff.
Dang.
This is nasty all the way around the board, y'all, man. Yo, yeah. Hey, look, it's been a long time coming, y'all, with this one. I ain't gonna hold you. It's been a long time coming. And he basically tricked a lot of people to whack 100s. All these guys came out protecting him at first. And then whack 100 fell back after he started seeing Zip's paperwork. But he thought that Supreme was never going to speak. I don't get this. Like, what do we do here? Are we protecting these rats, or are we putting them out there so the people could analyze and say what they want to do? If you're a civilian, I understand it. If you don't care if he ratted or not, I understand it. But at the end of the day, he has pulled the wool over a lot of people's eyes for over 40 years. That's a lot of damage, a lot of work done, a lot of people in prison. I'm gonna be real. That's a lot of people.
My thing is, I'm gonna keep it real. You know, I'm a man, and my honest take on that is that you gotta have the black and white, straight up and down. That's the way I come up. That's the way I was taught. But one thing for sure, and two things for certain that I am paying attention to: all of these Supreme documentaries and all that, unless you was somebody, they ain't fucking with Ben. Prince come home after being locked up all that time. Make a documentary. Benny got all the connections in the industry. A nigga not fucking with him. And I'm here to tell you, we heard all that shit. You gotta be able to face your accuser and all that shit. Shit. Not the motherfucking confidential informants, because this is what I learned. Them confidential informants be so scared and begging them people and giving them people so much information to where as though the people, the police or the prosecutor will ever make a sweet deal with a defendant before they expose their CI. I'm gonna keep it real with you. They will rather make a sweet deal and say, shit, you was facing 20, we offer you 7 years a day. And you know, yeah, they got me by the balls. You take the 7, the CI keep working, bro. They will make you an immaculate deal before they expose their CI. So, and a CI name, this for WAC 100, a confidential informant name and birthday is not going to be in your papers. It's not. It's a confidential informant. It's a state witness. It's a federal witness. Whatever department. I'm not saying Benny ratted. Let me make this clear. I'm not saying a man Benny ratted. I'm not saying Benny didn't rat it. I'm saying dudes that fuck with Benny, dudes that he was praising, dudes that I watched him on interviews talk about, dudes that I watch him give the utmost respect to, ain't fucking with him. Ain't fucking with him by no means necessary. And you know, dudes go to prison and come home for years and outgrow certain relationships, but niggas will spit at a dude like, yo, what up? How you been? How your family been? Shit like that. But you know, relationships outgrow each other. We get that. But when you say you writing a documentary or you doing something that I was involved in, that I was a part in, and you know I got big boy industry connections, and you ain't fucking with me, that speaks volumes. Where I come from, hell no. Big Benny been in the industry. He Waka Flock, his nephew, Deb, his sister. He know everybody. Shit, if it's gonna be a Supreme movie, he could make it. He could make it. You get what I'm saying? Like if it's gonna be anything with them, I would think he'd be at the front line. Like I got this connection. We can talk to these people. Woo, 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 woo. But nobody's reaching out to him out of that Supreme team. They're not reaching out to him. They not hollering at him, bro. That's what I'm looking at, bro. Fuck all this miscellaneous shit, bro. Dudes can narrow down certain shit, bro. You get what I'm saying? Dudes can narrow down certain shit, and this some big boy shit. You know what I mean? He was in with these guys. You know what I'm saying? He said, Preem, tell them, yo, don't go. Tell them you're a juvenile. Come over there with us so you can be protected. This they mans. You know what I mean? This they mans, bro. This they mans. They don't need him to do a documentary series. Fuck no, not at all. But Prince was locked up 36 years. Your little man or whatever been out here for the last 36 years making moves in the industry. We trying to do this doc series. He could probably get us a bigger bag, bro. Let's be honest, bro. He could probably get them people a bigger bag. I don't think it'd be hard at all. He probably can get them people a bigger bag. You get what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I mean? If he was right. So they not fucking with him, man. I just believe they not fucking with him, bro. It is what it is. And it ain't really nothing to be, you know, it is what it is, bro. And Benny got on there with Whack 100 and was talking. And I listened to Benny on that Whack 100 interview where Whack was trying to clean him. He ain't sound right. He didn't. I'm gonna be honest. From my expectations of it and just listening and from being from the streets, he didn't sound right. And at this point in life, Benny's like 60 years old, maybe he's well over 50 years old. At this point in life, I don't think he's a street guy. I don't think he lives near any street guys. I don't think he's worried about it. At this point in life, he might as well just man up and tell the truth. You know what I mean? Because I don't got him getting hit. I don't, you know what I mean? He far away from the picture. This is just a story. You know what I mean? A lot of these historic stories from the Dawn Diva, from the DVD eras, they're just coming to life because it's places like Netflix. It's money. Dude been locked up 36 years. The fuck, all he got is his story. You know what I mean? All he got is his story. Straight up. All he got is his story, so he got to make money off of it. And this a big one. This a big one, man. Oh no. Well, hit that like button, man. Run them likes up for me, man. Run them likes up for me. Man, so many dudes. I got this my man. This my man. This my man.
Fuck us around, nigga. Fuck you up to so much like rapping. Like shit. Like, nigga. You, nigga. And you some foolish internet niggas. All you want, nigga. You a fool. All these internet niggas. All you want. It ain't us, nigga. Be solid. Be solid. Fuck out of here, nigga. It ain't about money with my team. Nigga, we love each other. It never got money. It never got money. All be solid, nigga. All of us. God bless the church, nigga. Don't ain't free brain, nigga. Fuck what you talking about, nigga. Suck a nigga. Right. Till then, I'm in this, bro. I'm living good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Right. I'm good. Right. Fucking niggas. Outside. Come on, 10. They can say what they want to say about you, 10. 10. You my brother, man. You my mouthpiece, nigga. You speak for me. I don't come on the internet. I'm coming on the internet. My brother come on the internet. He speak for me. I don't come on the internet.
He goes away on conspiracy charges.
Dang. This shit's deep.
He had been arrested and prosecuted based on a search of a premises that he was in.
These were dirty cops who were working with a dirty, lying CI. Sergeant Foster and Myron Cherry both lied under oath just to try to arrest me. James Benny Andy has been a CI for over 40 years. Benny is a CI they described in his search warrant affidavit and lies that two people were kidnapped and beaten in near death. It was a lie. When they did the search, no evidence of a kidnapping existed. This is when informants do. They lie. And the police and prosecutors know that they just have to win no matter what.
Ultimately, they threw out the search.
Hey, good day, good day, good day.
So this is my
Good
man
day,
right here,
everybody. Thank you
Gibbs.
for joining me. Just in case you join me for the very first time, I am the real Brian Glaze Gibbs, man. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, share, support. I was once the problem. Now what I'm seeking to do in my rightful age is be part of the solution. How do you get these kids to understand that there's no shortcut in life? Crime doesn't pay. Crime doesn't pay. Stay on the porch. Stay on the porch. Be a good boy. Be a good girl. Be a good young man. Be a good young woman. You know why? Because it's not worth it, man. Hey, let's get straight to it. Okay. The Supreme Truth documentary just dropped yesterday, and the internet is buzzing.
Internet
right
buzzing.
Now, Supreme, out of his own mouth, finally confirmed that what a lot of people knew all along, that Bimmy, James Atney, Waco Flocko uncle, Deb Atney, little brother, been a CI since 1985. And right now, who's surprised? We've been talking about that for how long? But the crazy part, what I want to know is this. Where is 3 Toes Down? Talk back to me, somebody. Where is this? You know what? Bimmy say, he don't got to say nothing. He's staying off the internet. Why he's staying off the internet? Because 3 Toes Down is his mouthpiece. That's his lawyer. So once again, how can you defend that? What is going to be your defense? How you going to defend that? What you going to say? It wasn't him? What you going to say? It wasn't him. It wasn't music. It wasn't Bimmy. Supreme made a mistake. Come on, you cartoon character, Mr. Story Man. Talk back to us. Let us know what the hell is going on, man. You know, right now is music say you are his mouthpiece. You his lawyer. He don't have to speak. So right now is why don't you talk to the people, man? Let us know exactly what is what, man. Where's Bimmy? Bimmy, where are you? Where the hell are you?
Yo, these people funny. God damn, baby, yo. I couldn't even get to the next story, yo. You know, please support black on black crime. Shut the fuck up, man. Why you say some stupid shit like that, bro? This ain't black. They was all committing. Yo, that's what I'm saying. I don't embrace black on black crime. You coon? I don't. You get what I'm saying? My channel never supported that. These are 1985. That was in the 1900s, bro. It's 2025. It's no different than you watching reality TV, little baddies or whatever. Like, come on, bro. It's just entertainment. But in the real man world, you got dudes out here bluffing and fronting, and it's a lot of dudes in the dirt for allegations. There's a lot of dudes behind bars standing on 10 toes, and there's a lot of dudes that took the shortcut, which is fucked up. And again, I'm not saying the man Bimmy didn't, and I'm not saying the man Bimmy did. You get what I'm saying? And I know that certain things has to be on black and white. Has to be on black and white for you to bring it to the public. That's just the laws of the land. But a confidential informant never be put out there. You get what I'm saying? Never be put out there. But you also know in order for it to be a confidential informant, you had to catch a case. So when dudes, and they didn't just catch the dude ain't catch a case and say, oh, Bimmy or Bimmy, and then was Bimmy and 30 other dudes I was dealing with. I don't know which one of them did it. I think it was Bimmy. No, this ain't that case. Bimmy was running with these men. Bimmy has spoke highly good of these men. Bimmy still say he love these men. He's saying free these men. You know what I mean? These men coming home not fucking with him. That's it. And now, boom, they put the documentary together and tell the world why they not fucking with him. In the streets of New York, been having these allegations for years about this. You get what I'm saying? But nobody paid no mind. Bimmy's a big boy. He's got a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? He comes from a music family of royalty. They've been around the game for a long time. People got respect for Deb and Flocka and everything. You know what I'm saying? Them people did. They definitely are iconic people in the music industry. They definitely had a legendary run and still running in certain aspects of life with business. But Bimmy wore that Supreme jacket on his back. And when you represent something and you say you was with something, and then the dudes that created that, the head honchos of this shit, and a bunch of dudes with this shit, that was with this shit, I ain't fucking with you. Hey, bro, everybody can't be wrong. Everybody can't be wrong. Straight up and down. Everybody can't be wrong. And that's just, it's sad. But that's just what it is, bro. It's been confidential informants, CIs. It's been people been doing this shit for years. Like it is. It's just one of those New York tales that everybody on top of because people from that was hanging out, hustling, and living in 85 are still alive in 2025, and that's their business up there. That's a New York thing. That's a Queens thing. That's the 5 Borough things, and they are taking to the internet and they are taking hold of this and they are gripping this shit and they run it to the end zone with this shit. They run it to the end zone with this shit. They making a whole doc series about this shit. That's fucked up.
ASS, and he said Preem up way back when. Now Preem came forward. But once again, where's 3 Toes Down? Where you at? Where the hell you at? You his mouthpiece. Hey folks, listen, hit the like button, subscribe, share, support. I'm the real Brian Glaze.
Yeah, bro. Dang.
I'm no tough guy. Like, he's a rapper. So just because you did whatever you did in the streets, you never did nothing. You never was no killer. You never was no none of that. You was a dude that was doing your little ones and twos, and you became a rapper, bro. And that's not no tough guy. Like, he's a rapper. So just because you did whatever you did in the streets, you never did nothing. You never was no killer. You never was no none of that. You was a dude that was doing your little ones and twos, and you became a
And they said, man, powerful. Like, this shit gonna have them boys street legend and full.
You might be surprised by this shit. Ain't none of this shit surprising to me because niggas been saying in the street years ago that Bimmy was a fucking wreck.
Hey, this shit deep, y'all. They a baby ass.
In his search warrant affidavit, lied that 2 people were kidnapped and beaten in near death. It was a lie. When they did the search, no evidence of a kidnapping existed. This is what informants do. They lie. And the police and prosecutors don't care. They just want to win no matter what.
Ultimately, they fill out the search. Don't come with nonsense.
Right.
Show me the work.
Right.
You niggas ain't come with one name or something, but an affidavit.
Who started that? Where does that come from? Your name is on paperwork and the name music. Who started that?
Dude, I'm gonna tell you the real shit. What happened with that was something went on somewhere else. Had nothing to do with me. I don't like good families and
Yeah.
But I'm gonna talk about it. I'm talking about because I'm a clip on the on
this shit deep, y'all.
Show. Whoever got killed, he was fucking my baby mother. So I don't care what happens. God bless him. I don't care. So what the fuck I'm being on some case? You know what I mean? I didn't care. So old boy who they said did it, he called me 15, 20 years ago and asked me to talk to a girl named Nina from Brooklyn. So we knows her, right? I don't know her. So he asked me, yo, bro, can you talk to her for me? I said, bro, I'm on the phone with this dude. I said, I don't know her. And that was that. Because my nephew, KK, was in jail with the dude.
Okay.
He pulled the video, show me a picture of my uncle, show me.
When my pops came home from doing that 5 years, he absolutely knew that Benny was cooperating, so he was smacking him up, patting him down. And that's why my father chose to just straight wreak havoc on everybody. Every Supreme Team nigga, whoever Jack's Supreme Team and all that, my father was wreaking havoc when he came home. He was wreaking havoc because niggas is jacking a rat.
I chose that life in the streets because at home it was nothing to eat. It was,
I'm wearing my sister's clothes. I had nothing. My father left when I was 4 years old. He left my mom with 7 kids. This man used to beat on my mom. But I was little when he was beating on her. I couldn't do nothing. So I used to sit on her door and hear him beat her. So when I got older, I threw the nigga out. A week later, my mom threw me out. My girlfriend at the time, she was my project. I was in the house one day, and Supreme came in with her mother, and I said, yo, I want to talk to you. He said, all right, come to mom's crib. I go over there. He had a Benz and a BM. He said, put the clothes in the Benz. I put it in that car, I sat there, and waited for him to come out the house. I looked at Supreme, I'm like, wow, I want this shit. And then ever since that day, I've been with him every day.
Y'all might be surprised by this shit. Ain't none of this shit surprising. Niggas been saying in the street.
Now see, now I'm gonna take y'all to this. Now I'm gonna take y'all to this. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell y'all like this. The boy Bimmy is like digging his own ditch. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you go back to everything he's saying these is his niggas. And when somebody a man in them, and then he said he ain't been looking out for him on a bit and shit like that. So I'm confused. And one thing for sure, that's why my cardinal rules, anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. You gotta watch what you say, bro, because it's documented and recorded. So he's saying these is his niggas. He's saying all these good things about these men, and these men dropped the bombshell. Why they ain't been fucking with him? 1985. So he came, Preem never was dealing with him. Even when Preem was just home, he wasn't dealing with him. And Shorty in the industry and all that, it don't make sense. You get what I'm saying? Like when you got homeboys with affiliates in position, you holler at him to bust a move, and he ain't bust a move with him. So yeah, niggas talking. New York is talking.
Years ago, that baby was a fucking rap.
Just Preem, Prince, Baby Born, Black, Righteous, Green Out, like everybody's righteous. Me, I'm not. I'm a Christian. I mean, and not now, but you know, and I prayed, and when I look at it, all the father sinners believe they God. You know what I mean? They God. I never believed I was God. You know what I mean? So, and I look at it that way, that damn, it is a God. Because everybody's gone, I'm the only one here. You know what I'm saying? I'm here talking to you, like, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of guys is not. You know, and one thing I learned in life, which I learned from Supreme, is you gotta learn to spare people. You know what I mean? Because you never know one day when you want to be spared.
I'm saying it right. I'm saying that the paperwork went all the way to the Supreme Court with the nigga name in the paperwork as music being identified by the district attorney as James Anthony, bro. Yeah, and yo, remember I told you I seen it before that was even done.
They saying they got paperwork.
They didn't have no name in it. I seen it. I mean, I'm telling you, like, I was there with the guy that you talking about. Afro, hey, yo, I was with him. Hey, yo, I'm just telling you, son, this guy is a foul dude. Like, I was with him. Okay, it's been. Let me tell you something. Where that case happened at? In Baisley Park or some shit like that. That case happened in Baisley Park. That's a lie. Let me tell you why it's a lie. Right? And you're running with something, you don't know what you're doing, right? Let me tell you why it's a lie. Nigga Troy went down for that, not him. His case was Brooklyn. That he talked to me about years ago about. Right? Listen what I'm saying, bro. Listen. Yo, bro, I'm telling you something I know. You told me to read the DD file when they say you said. All that's just bullshit to me. I know me. You said? Yeah, please, bullshit. Right. On this date, the assignment with the mail known to this department in regards to this case. The assignment is informed by the CI that the victim named Colin from the basketball shooting in Baisley Park was killed for a reason and gives the following chain of events. Colin committed the homicide of a male in the confines of the 73rd precinct. And this act was... What is 73rd precinct at? What is 73rd precinct at? Brooklyn. Okay, then what are we talking about, bro? Long got killed in Queens. You don't know what's going on, bro. Homicide of a male in the confines of the 73rd precinct, and this act was witnessed by or was over a female named Serena Brooks. Carlton was identified by members of the 73rd homicide. One arrest is effected in regards to this case, and Carlton is an outstanding perpetrator until his death. Carlton believes that Shamina Brooks assisted the detectives in identifying him as a perpetrator in the Brooklyn homicide. Carlton puts a contract out on Shamina Brooks on 9/2/1994. Shamina, hey bro. All that happened. You reading something? Listen. You saying the 73rd precinct? They had nothing to do with Queens. Yo, bro. Hey, listen, bro. Niggas got shot in that park, and they saying that you said you saw Troy. You said you saw Troy. What's that to? Who am I saying that to? Let me say that to. Hey, yo, man, let's get exactly numbers, bro. You ain't all right. We're gonna pull it up. We're gonna get to that. I'm gonna say something to you. You don't know? Hold on. Let me tell you something. Hey, bro, we're gonna talk and we're gonna talk over each other. You know what I'm saying? Like you talking about a real nigga here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's something. Hold up. And your man is on this platform talking about me like a dog. Yo, listen. That's your man. That nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. I don't got so when I said something to him about it, hold on, bro. I'm not gonna argue with you, nigga. I'm a man. I'm not gonna argue with you, real nigga. Your name is paperwork. It's called the town go real nigga. No. My name is shit. Let me say something, brother. This is why I said you heard this nigga? No, listen. You said Compton got killed in Queens. And then Troy, let me tell you about
Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button.
The case that you reading is fucked up, bro. The whole shit. That's what I'm saying. You talking about 73rd precinct. My 73rd precinct is for Queens. Bro, you go like that for your uncle, but bro, this case was no. That was I said I was a rat, nigga, so I don't care. I don't care about the same nigga. I don't do that. To the Court of Appeals, he went to the Appellate Division, he went to the Court of Appeals, he went to the yo, bro. You talking? I'm telling you, I was with son, bro. I told you that. I told you I was with son and see this shit from the beginning, what he was doing and trying to do. I told you I was with him, and he got checked back then because he was gonna get smoked. Big name wasn't in none of that shit back then. Now all of a sudden the same shit coming. Listen, Big name wasn't in none of that. Can't be lying. I'm telling you, that's what I saw. Why would you have to check him if Big name wasn't involved with that? Because it's told that bullshit. That's why. You know why? That's bullshit. I pulled up. I'm gonna say, listen, hold up. Listen to me. Yo, this is the way. Listen to me. I don't gotta say nothing. I pulled up to the jail. You know how I go. I pulled up to the spot. Circle to circle. That nigga does not go. He gonna have to talk, okay? I'm talking. You know what he said? I'm gonna go my own with this talk. They're not gonna out talk me, bro. Nobody's gonna out talk you, brother. You can hear the facts. Yeah, I'm trying to say. We heard what you said. We heard what you said. What y'all put you on me, nigga? If you know what's going on. I'm trying to tell you something, bro. What you need to do, nigga, is contact Troy Boyer and see me, my man Rashid, went up there and I signed an affidavit. Nigga, I ain't never seen nothing about his name. Nigga, nothing. I just signed an affidavit. Because my name was stuck like you talking about. I was in the park and it would have happened. That's why. Affidavit. That's it. That's all I had to hear. It's that you went there. You heard it. Thank you, right.
Dang.
Dang. Yeah, this nigga. Yeah.
Yo, this shit crazy. Yo, with Bimmy, bro. It's crazy, man. I'm gonna do a whole joint on this after I watch the Supreme joint and get y'all my knowledge. But they going crazy in New York right now. Like New York is buzzing right now with this drama. Jim Jones in the streets with it. This new thing with Bimmy, Cam, and man, this shit. New York is crazy right now. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. But this is breaking news, bro. This ain't the breaking news that nobody cares about. That's why I started out with what's going on in the country. This is just street breaking news. If you're from the ghetto and you just a street historian, you're a journalist, whatever you do. If you just from outside, you likes to hear this shit. You know what I mean? You likes to hear this stuff, bro. Like, hey, man, it ain't nothing that's gonna make nobody They said he responds. Let me see. I don't get this.
40 years, and Benny responded to that. Listen what he said.
I ain't sitting here and relate to you niggas talking about that jail. Nigga, I done did 40 years in the free world. Beat me. That's all. Yeah, beat me. Y'all say, I'm like, nigga, it's way harder to do this free world time. That's right. You nigga got 3 hot cots and nah, what about these bills? Nigga, when mama died, this and that. Nah, man, do that free world time. Talk to me about that free world. Ain't that something though? Yeah, everybody going out of jail. I'm like, do that. Niggas ain't even been able to do that much time in the free world. I'm here.
Right.
And the echo off that shit, the echo off what he's saying is so true, because on my mama, I didn't see niggas who literally got granted parole and denied it.
I think this nigga's lying.
Wow. Niggas didn't want to come home, bro.
I don't want to deal with that free world. You look at me, you looking at responsibility.
Been out here 40 years, like he was ripping and running and he ain't never go to jail. Nigga, you might be a confidential informant too. Yeah, we think you stand up because you was out here for 40 years doing what you was doing and never went to jail. You niggas talking about 3 hots in a cot like that bed don't feel like center blocks that you laying on in jail, nigga. Like them 3 hots in a cot is always 3 hots. Nigga, sometimes that should come in bags, nigga. Sandwiches, bologna and cheese, nigga, for weeks at a time. What you talking about 3 hots in a cot? I'm not saying that jail is harder to live than in the streets, but it's way more dangerous. And when niggas be talking about surviving that, you niggas that never been through that, I don't see why y'all niggas take umbrage with that. I don't see why y'all got an issue with that. Like, that's some shit that a man had to go through. He was surrounded by killers and for real niggas for all of them years. He survived and he made it through that. He's explaining his experience, and you niggas is taking. But what about when mommy died? Y'all niggas take all the insurance money and spend it on what y'all want to spend it on, and niggas is sitting in jail and they can't do nothing about it. That's what you fuck niggas be out here doing. Let's get to that. Talking about you was out here 40 years. You got testimonies and all that. Yeah, you probably was testifying against niggas. Talking about you got testimonies. How that sound? Anyway, I digress. Benny also posted this right here. A picture of the documentary with the caption saying, "Please go out and support this doc. I am so happy I can help you get money, my nigga. Free the real. 100, 100. Oh, one more thing. Show the work." Come on. Show the work. I had Afro paperwork online for a year straight. Y'all niggas try to say it was fake. I had Afro paperwork online for a year straight. Y'all niggas try to say it was fake. So if a nigga do show the paperwork, y'all niggas gonna try to refute the paperwork. You know you was a confidential informant. You're gonna try to refute the paperwork. I got motions to dismiss from Afro case where the lawyer testified under oath that the district attorney told him James Atney was the confidential informant. I got that. I got that. That's right. I got that information, right? But anyway.
That Femi shit serious, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Let me get off of that, man. Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, man. That shit is just, it's deep. It's deep, man. It's deep, bro. It's deep. It's deep, bro. I don't know what to say, man. I see my man. What my man G talking about? What my man G at? My man G in here. Let me hear my man G.
Parents of children who
definitely Whack 100, definitely vouching for, but it's funny that Lil Woody came straight out and said that he got information that Whack 100 is a federal informant. Man, this shit is just, this is just like, bro, I never thought that working with the police would become so popular and dudes would just be playing with that so much, bro. It's not a joke, bro. This shit is real. Like, prison is real and the coffin is real. Fuck everything else that y'all got going on. Going behind that door is real and getting put 6 feet under is real. Anything in the middle of it is toy games, bro. These motherfuckers playing with each other out here, bro. And it's so detrimental to the growth and development of the culture, bro. This shit is weird as fuck, bro. It make you just start listening to Taylor Swift. Like, man, like you don't even want to hear, like you can't get a clear story of, hey man, this man did his time and no, jail shouldn't be glorified. But some dudes had to go to prison to become the man, the father, the community activist that they became. Some women the same way. You know what I mean? Some people made their beds and they laid in it. When you choose to live a life of crime and then you go to jail and God gives you a second chance or parole gives you a second chance or you do your time and come home, you're supposed to come home a better person. And if you come home a better person, then it's I tilt my hat to you. I tilt my hat to you, man. It's nothing but love and respect for you. You know what I mean? But it ain't nothing that nobody's glorifying. Just same way that dudes came home from Vietnam or tours to Iraq or dudes that went to do study abroad. Like you come back when you leave and you go somewhere and you wait from your family for a long time, you share those stories. So it's nothing wrong with that. And like I said, it's entertaining. If you sit up there and watch Love and Hip Hop, Little Baddies, and all these crazy shows and ignorant shows, then you know what's wrong with these dudes telling their story when they grew up, and you know, and these stories are from the 1900s. These are not recent, up-to-date stories like these younger people that's putting what's going on in real time on the internet, getting themselves crucified. These are just the history books. This is the history books of the culture, and dudes are just putting out their story. They live long enough to tell their story. Nowadays, dudes, men and women, ain't living long enough to tell your story. This happened in 85. Dudes is from around, Prince did 36 years in prison. Dudes is coming home from this joint telling their story. That's all it is. Everybody got a story to tell. Which one you like? Which one you choose to read? Which one is more interesting to you? You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't know if Bimmy did it. I don't know if Bimmy didn't. I'm not saying he did. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying, man, if he did, that's fucked up. If he didn't, that's fucked up. It's fucked up both ways, but he's too old for his name to be ringing bells like that. These dudes are too old to be into this. But who am I to tell somebody something that they might have harbored on their chest and had on their mind for years and wanted to put it out there? And they never said nothing until now. And Prince is home because in prison, you know, they take your rights and you can't make money off of your story. So one of the people that sat at the top of the table of the Supreme Team is home, and he put the documentary out. And it's a fact, though.
Yeah, somebody slapped Steve. Hey, yo, why
With my man keeping it G.
for this sucker shit? Yo, did you hear what he just said? No, let me wild that shit again. Snoop Dogg's a bitch. I tell him that shit to his face. Bitch, nigga.
Keeping it G going crazy.
We're together. I think that's why we're able to, take our platforms and do the things that unite people. Because by seeing us together, it just shows that beautiful people are beautiful people. You don't have to put us in a box and think that I'm only supposed to hang with these type of people and you're only supposed to hang with those type of people. People are people. And what they love about music is the universal language of all people. Amen. So Jeremy, speaking to the parents in New York that you had an experience with, it makes me want to speak to the fact that it's a beautiful thing that kids can have parents of all walks and be able to be shown
Oh, wow.
and be taught what love is, because hate is taught and so is love. And I think that being able to have parents of all walks of life, whether it's two fathers, two mothers, whatever it is, love is the key. And I think these kids are being loved by these great parents that are, showing them an example of what family is. So I want to give a shout out to all of the parents out there for doing such a great job with these kids. I have the opportunity to teach the kids through my music and through Doggy Land.
Oh, man.
So it's a partnership that we're working to teach these kids what love is about. So I commend you. No matter what your background is, you're doing an amazing job as a parent. And kids need to know that parents are parents. No matter what the makeup is, love is the kings. Love is a record that... Man, this nigga a fucking clown. Y'all still fuck with y'all after that? His ass need to be canceled. Bitch ass nigga. Y'all really need to sit up there and just said a whole bunch of shit he don't even believe. These niggas be weird. That's why I don't fuck with these niggas, man. I don't forever be on the outside. I'm not trying to be friends with no rap niggas. But none of that. Not these niggas. Not them industry niggas. Yo say, I think it's a beautiful thing, that person of all walks of life. That shit confusing, nigga. You dumbass.
Man, these niggas crazy, yo. No, I'm trying to tell them it ain't about that. It's about pushing it on the fucking children. Let them make their own fucking decisions.
Oh wow.
Let the kids make their own decisions. You don't force that shit in no kid. We didn't come up like that. That shit wasn't like that coming up.
Hey.
That nigga's a bitch.
If you want to know my man keeping it, shout out to my man keeping it at G News. I tapped in on his channel to see that. But what he just was talking about is Snoop Dogg advocating for gay parents. Basically, you know, he's saying, you know, no matter what, the children is getting love and the children this and that, and the children should pick this and that. So, you know, man, I get it. I'm hurt about Snoop. I gotta look into that.
Family. Yeah, that's what's being affected right now.
Yeah, man, that was tough. So he said that's what Snoop is advocating for, and that's what he just went off at. And I gotta look into that. You know, that's my man. Shout out to Keeping It the G News. Make sure y'all go subscribe over there. That's the bro. But yeah, Snoop crazy for that. It caught me off guard. I turned in his channel thinking he on his Bimmy tip, and then Snoop's talking about what he's talking about, and y'all all heard it. That's another episode. That's some more content created for another time. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like, I gotta keep it a buck. Like, that joint just caught me by storm. that totally threw me off, man. Yeah, he said he ain't like it, man. Like, nah, I ain't like it. I don't like it either, you know, but that's my opinion. I'm not gonna get into that, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, something can be, you know what I mean? You create it more like that. You're not giving the kid the opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I understand people don't want them people in the streets, but they ain't in the street. You see my raw dope sign? Yo, I gotta make my raw dope sign right there. How can you really say it? Because that sign actually says raw dope. My man Snoop. I can't believe him, bro. I can't believe my man Snoop. Yeah. Damn. Hit that notification, man. Come on, man. I gotta get the 20 likes, 20 likes, 20 likes, 20 likes. So Fat Joe, they say Fat Joe's being sued. Now, what's going on with Fat Joe? Anybody drop it in the comment box? What's going on with my man Fat Joe? Anybody not talking about with Diddy? Diddy, if somebody said something about Diddy quit all that smoke and go hit the gym, and you neglecting your soul body deuces. Okay, man. Thanks for the advice, Brian. Ain't gonna say nothing negative to you. Cool, man. Thanks for your advice and your opinion, bro. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. I appreciate that, brother, sister, whatever, whoever said it. Thank you. See that? I don't get mad at everybody. What's up with this Fat Joe? Oh, yeah. See. I seen whatchamacallit do it. Talk about this shit. I want to see what. Yeah. I really did my guy saying this is it. So Fat Joe, yeah, I'm a big fan of Fat Joe. Like, some of your guys and your favorite people just be caught up in shit. But you know, people been hearing about what's going on with Fat Joe. If I'm a fan of a person and I like a guy or girl or artist or whatever, I'm not afraid to say that. You know, a lot of names switch up at the time. So I'm a fan of Fat Joe. You know, I watch him at Kiss Joint. I love that joint. Love Fat Joe music. Love his whole campaign. Joe, my man, I watch every thing Joe talk about. You know, Joe good. I like Joe's stories. But they said Joe in some hot water. He in some hot water, $20 million lawsuit or something like that for some allegations. I don't know if the homie getting caught up in that, but hey, I'm a journalist. I'm gonna cover the story. But let's hear what Flacco got to say about it.
Who's for Fat Joe? At this point, I don't know how much worse it could get.
but gather around, people. Okay, we got some drama that I wasn't expecting. Okay, so there's a female rapper who's accusing Fat Joe of messing around with young women, right? Too young to where it's not legal. And she claims that she has proof, okay? Now, this all started when Fat Joe mentioned said rapper during an interview with Cardi B. Now, Fat Joe would tell Cardi B that this female rapper called the police on him one time for a noise complaint. She would claim that this entire story is made up and the real reason why she called the police was for something way more nefarious.
Who's on your Mount Rushmore female MCs?
I grew up listening to Remy a lot. I like Trina a lot. I always say that I listen to Trina a lot. I used to listen to Kaya a lot, Lil Kim a lot. I used to listen to all of them.
Who's Kaya?
Kaya.
Neck in my sack.
Fat Joe tries to act like he don't know who Kaya is, and then once they say Kaya, he then goes into this full-on explanation about how they got age-old beef.
My neck, my back.
Yeah, she got some cool records though.
She did me 31. She did us all 31 times. Like how the girls, my neck, my back. We hanging out in the hotel and she called the cops on us. Like, yo, them making too much noise. They like, yo, the girl there. My neck and my back. My neck and my back, man. Like how my neck and my back. She called the cops. She called the cops on us, bro. We was in Phoenix, Arizona. Me, Fab, all of us talking the whole way, and it was like, yo, the girl right there. She called the cops. Said, my neck, my back. She called cops on us.
I ain't gonna say that because that roasted. She could roast. Not that could roast. Tell her you love her because she could roast.
I love you, Kaya. I don't want no smoke.
Cardi B tried to warn him. He did heed the warning because he did say, Kaya, I love you, but it was too late. Okay, the damage was done. Now, here's the thing, okay? Kaya took to her page and she accused Fat Joe of doing some pretty nasty things. Now, the things that she's accusing Fat Joe of isn't the first time Fat Joe got accused of it. Fat Joe is currently involved in a lawsuit where an ex-friend of his is accusing him of apparently being involved with very young women as well. The associate name is TA, the man on your right. Now, he filed a lawsuit against Fat Joe, and in this lawsuit, he disclosed certain things that he would say is the truth. Now, before he filed a lawsuit, he took to Instagram to accuse Fat Joe of being involved with young women out the DR, et cetera, or even in the States. Now, in this lawsuit, he provided a picture where he was claimed that Fat Joe was involved with these victims who were in high school at the time. One of the young women that he spoke about Fat Joe being involved with was apparently like Doe One. Now, Doe One was a 16-year-old Dominican girl residing in New York. He would claim that in exchange for cash, clothing, payment of her cell phone bill, that Fat Joe would get fellatio and other acts performed on him by the girl, right? On one occasion, he would claim that while driving in New York City, that the young girl asked Fat Joe for money to pay her phone bill. Fat Joe claimed that he was broke. This upset her. She began to scream, yell, and curse. And apparently, TA, who was present, told Fat Joe, man, just pay it, bro. Now, he admitted these things, which to me is kind of weird as well, because you were there present, so you knew what was going on, and you just ignored it.
Stupid.
To me, that was kind of weird and goofy, but yeah. So these accusations already existed. So when Kaya responded back to Fat Joe, she added on to these already existing accusations. Kaya would claim that she got worried for the young women that she seen with Fat Joe that night because Fat Joe was drugging them, so she called the police on them.
Fat Joe, yo, fat, no, you finna get roasted this morning, gang. Go to Fat Joey bag of donuts, you mildew smelling. You, the people been sending in a lot of shit. You been out there talking about the queen. Okay, you knew you was gonna get it, didn't you? You know you had them fucked up, right? Well, if you didn't, somebody should have told you. I knew that and been told this story, but since you want to tell it, let me tell the version that need to be told. Here, want to hear it go. Okay, I'm on the road at the hotel trying to get my beauty rest after again I secured my bag and took my ass back to my hotel suite to lay down and go to sleep. Okay, we all artists after a show sharing the same hotel, but not sharing the same evidently. Okay, we sharing the same hotel floor because that's all we have in common. Yeah, go to, and here come your fat, funky, stinking, okay, spoiled pig looking along with the rest of your crew being demonic freaks per usual. And well, the Diddy ain't the first and won't be the last freakazoid. It started with you. Okay, being demonic freaks and mutants. You know, got a hall full of underage sluts ready to. Okay, waiting outside your hotel room door, ready and waiting to get drugged and gang banged, and so you can watch your homeboys, so you can look at and booty hole because your ain't long enough to reach nobody. Ball. All right, child. I open my door like, what the fuck is going on up here on this floor? I'm trying to get my beauty rest. What the fuck is going on here? Get on and clear this hallway, circling and sliding on
She's crazy.
in the halls, decking the halls and balls. Okay, and
yo, bro, that fucking thing ain't bothering you, bro. I can't even hear it. What the fuck wrong with y'all? Like, come on, bro. Hey, stop saying that, bro. That's what they fucking do. They beat.
And a bunch of lawsuits and sexual assault suits and rape and lawsuit charges now, you panic. You sitting out here wanting to tell put the police on you. You should have told them what. Well, you ran terror squad, all right, terrorizing booty holes and young olds. And going back then, and you're still doing it now. Alleged, yeah, right. Gag order, you a nasty, and you was doing it, you did it, and that's why they suing you and pressing charges on your fat ass now. That's why you trying to act like you innocent. You know I called the police on you for a reason. All right, I was trying to say them. We're gonna just tell the truth, tell you how it go. Yeah, right, I called the popo hole and I'll do it again. Running around out here in these streets with titties longer than mine from DJ Cali, sucking on them. Kiss my ass. Let's get that right. You a demon dog. You a sex demon. You was them drunken and little young. And I put the popos on you.
Here's the.
When you've got multiple parts.
So she said the lady that did my neck, my back there, you know what I mean? She said that she called the police on Fat Joe and his crew because they had underage girls in a hotel and she knew they was getting drugged and about to get their backs blown out. So she called the police. And this was probably in the 1900s. You know, her song was big back then. I don't even remember when it came out though, bro, but I know that song was big. All the girls love it. It was a hit in the club. And, you know, she's saying that's why she called the police, because it was underage girls. In fact, she felt like Fat Joe was out of order. So just put y'all up on something, bro. You know what I mean? It just put y'all up on something. That's what happened, bro. So she called the police. Fat Joe said that shit. God almighty, man. I don't know, man. You know, I don't know. Fat Joe's like 55 years old. So, you know what I mean? I don't know. You know, I don't know. Hey, you know, I don't know. You know, when it comes to these underage girls and people talk about rappers and these big shows, man, I remember just going to the club, bro, and I was 18, you know what I'm saying? I always had a baby face. So I'm in the line, bro. I was get carded everywhere I go. Shit, I still might get carded to this day. I remember, being 17, going to trying to get in the club, being 18, getting in the club, and I knew for a fact the bouncers would let the chicks from around my way or chicks that I knew from school when I was 18, let them in the club. And I know they was 9th graders and 10th graders, 14, 15 years old. I knew goddamn well they wasn't 18. They be getting in the club. And then these girls, they get backstage, and then these girls are into what they into, bro. You know what I'm saying? They smoking the weed, they hitting the liquor, they popping the pills, and they getting themselves involved in something. I don't know what people think. I don't know what people training their daughters, nieces, or sisters, or homegirls to tell them, like, bro, you gonna go backstage with some rappers, a bunch of horny rappers that don't give two fucks about you from another state that run across hundreds of women every day. What the fuck you think is gonna happen? What do you think gonna happen? What are you going back there to happen? Why are you going to the hotel with rappers? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Some girls was in danger. I seen crimes being committed and I called the law. Gag order, just ask your hype man. He was there. Gag order in that order. Look up. In that order. I hope he take you for everything you got and all young that you and destroyed their lives too. Gag order, because you did it. Alleged, not alleged. I I seen, I heard, and I called 911. Someone please call 911. This getting and drugged with Fat Joe in this hall. Get them all up here fast. As far as I was concerned, them slut puppies were in danger. Okay, gag order in that order. Criminal activity was going on, and your fat ass should have went to jail without the bail. That's where you should have went. Because you and your crew didn't mean to. No good. I seen and I heard you did. And when I saw a bunch of young freakazoids in danger, and I said, no ma'am, Pam, and not on my watch. Clear this all in that order. You remember how I walked out there with my hair wrapped up like a queen? It's still wrapped up like a queen now. Locks on deck. Gag with the baby. When I came out there in that hall with my long, beautiful silk nightgown all the way to the floor, gag order looking like a goddess. Okay, and I seen all them in danger on the hall in the hall on my floor. I told them to clear that hall. Hit from in front of them doors, waiting to get and drugged and beat the fuck up and kicked out on their head. Get home! 911 is on the way, and I went to dial an emergency number. In that order, I was saving lives, like I'm still doing now. Gag order in that order, putting up on.
Damn, Fat Joe.
Fat Joe is guilty. Only when it comes to the big punch. When it comes to the big punch situation, I believe in the family, bro. Fat Joe, you took them folks' money. I'm sorry, allegedly, I don't know. It's just hard for me to believe that she will lie about this just because she.
Yeah, that's tough, Fat Joe.
That era was the freakiest era there. A lot of people give like these recent hoes, they give them credit for being freaks, or they give them credit for being loose. We don't know what loose is, bro.
Yeah.
If you wasn't present in the 90s during that era when Diddy was really Diddy, when Terror Squad was Terror Squad, you don't know.
I'm just telling you, from that era, I gotta be honest. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you like this. Violating a woman's rights is the worstest crime you could commit to humanity, to a person. Whether that person is a straight person or whether that person is an LGBT in that community, bro. No means no, right? You shouldn't be drugging nobody, because I'm saying that the drugging thing is being took out of context. Because, I'm just telling you, bro, like I've been to parties and get together where those things are offered. You get what I'm saying? Liquor's offered. I done been college parties with dudes putting all types of vodka in the punch. You get what I'm saying? With no ill intentions, like, yo, everybody gonna get fucked up and have a good time. Because when you young, that's the way you living. And I'm saying to you straight up and down, like, if you go backstage with Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, and Megan Thee Stallion, and you and your homeboys get backstage with these women, what the fuck? If none of your homeboys rap or trying to tell them that they rap or give a CD up, what the fuck do you think they letting y'all backstage for? It goes both ways, men and women. What do you think you being called backstage for? Like, what do you think? And then, okay, you go backstage, you hang out. It's no problem with that. You go backstage, you kick it, you hang out. They tell you we going to the hotel. Bruh, I don't care if you're 15. I'm just going to say 15 years old and over. You know what's up when you go to a hotel, bro. Especially if you that advanced, when you out at a rap show and you smoking and you drinking, you kind of advanced, bro. If you go to the hotel and you get in there and news getting fucked up, and I don't know what you think gonna happen. I just don't know, bro. Like, I just be like, bro, I'm not gonna really play and play dumb. Like, come on, bro. Now, if you go somewhere and it been plenty of times you've been at parties and you have a group of girls that ain't with that, they gonna leave. But if you hanging out and you kicking it and you know what's up, bro, sis, you know what's up, like, you can't be playing. You can't be playing. There's nothing wrong with going to a rap show, having a good time, trying to get backstage, get your couple pictures, and going back where the fuck you came from. You start wanting to get to hotels, go to Airbnbs, hang out with rappers. Come on, they don't know you. They don't know you. What makes you the prized possession of that day that this rapper is just gonna feel like, hey, I love you? I love you. Come on, y'all. Make it make sense. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Come on. No, the fire department comes in and change the batteries, bro. Like, come on, bro. That shit ain't making that much fucking noise, bro. There's no way. I'm right here. It clicks every 10 minutes or something. Like, come on, bro. Y'all be making me feel like when y'all keep saying the chirping, it makes me mad because I'm right here and I hear it here and there. Like how y'all just keep acting like y'all just hearing like it's beep, 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 beep. No, it's not. It's not. Like God, it's not. Y'all get me all sidetracked because I try to give y'all the benefit of the doubt and read the comments. But come on. But back to what I was saying. So, you know, you going to these parties and these after parties. Hell no, bro. Hell no. You get caught up in that shit. You get caught up in that shit. And that's just the way it is. It has been like that since the beginning of the time. You know, fans pass out. So when they get around their favorite artists, you know, you start to do what you want to do. And I really believe that. I really believe that some women have been violated. But out of 100 women that go backstage and try to go hang out with these rappers, bro, I'm thinking straight up, just being honest with you. My honest opinion, bro, I just think only maybe like 30% of those women might have a story where they've been violated and that shit shouldn't have happened. 70% of the women 50% of the women just never just went and had a good time and just know what comes with the territory. Man, I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. Like real shit. Yo, bro, you getting on my nerves with that smoke detector shit, bro. My battery not leave me alone with that. God, I'm ready to put you on timeout. You irritating me, man. You irritating me, man. You irritating me with that shit. You irritating me, man. You irritated me. I would like to be irritated. I heard it just went off just now. I heard it. Like, come on. Let's get into these LA wars. Like I heard it, bro. I heard it. Oh no. Bro, you listening to the wrong thing, bro.
Baby will go off on Whack 100 in response to Whack 100 calling him a snitch. Now, in his response, Brick Baby will make his own accusations against Whack 100. Now, conveniently or ironically, around the same time the call came out, Whack 100 actually confronted the person who's been spreading, I guess, the misinformation or who gave Brick Baby the information about Whack 100 on Clubhouse. And we're going to cover everything. So first off, let's just cover why Brick Baby is currently doing a recorded jail call going off on Whack. It's because last week, Whack 100 alluded to the fact that he believes that Brick Baby has been cooperating with the feds for a very long time.
So when I tell you, when the Brick was Brick, you was out 19, 20 months, no court date, for some serious crimes. Well, listen, watch this. Traveling with Adam to New York and Atlanta. Can't no travel once the Fed snatch you, boy. Unless you work, Brick Baby is never in Big Rico.
If you see my last video, I did say, for me to believe that Brick Baby told, I would have to see the black and white paperwork, man. I just got so much love for Brick Baby that I can't even imagine Brick would do such a thing. I would just need the black and white. Like, show me Brick Baby, like, show me, you know, like the black and white, right? So Brick Baby responds back to Whack. And Brick Baby's response is essentially to accuse Whack of the same thing. So Brick Baby takes to his channel, and in like his response, he brings up something that's not really new. Like,
yo, bro, shut up, yo.
Has been discussed at length for a while now. I think Whack 100 is currently involved in a civil lawsuit because of this.
Yo.
Because World Star published a video on their main channel accusing Whack 100 of being a snitch from a case that Whack essentially has nothing to do with. So Brick Baby is bringing those rumors back up and asking Whack 100 to address it.
Yo, So for all these keeps telling her, bro, I got a whole brand new pack of door cells, bro. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
Man, but you know, Mr. Face down, ass up, and mentioning my name so much that I
Still on you.
got it. I don't even have
Yeah, but you pulling up. Just meet me at my crib. Yeah, that Cherokee. Yeah. Who with you? What happened with Shake? All right, let me know. I'm here. All right.
Mr. Cash Jones, WAC 100, right? Whatever happened to the case that was filed on you for conspiracy to commit murder? That's all I want to know. You know what I mean? We just want you to go
These
get
boys
the
going
paperwork
crazy.
of all the
Yeah,
cases
bro.
that you've had filed
Yeah,
against
bro.
you.
You know, I got a whole thing, bro. But get to it, bro. Donate to the channel, bro. You ain't here rocking out with me. Don't donate to the channel, bro. You cut me off in the middle. Donate to the channel. I'm just saying, things are not that bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? Things are not that bad, bro. Let me see, man. Look, go y'all wild or something, man. I got $5 for a battery, bro. Yeah, $5 for a battery, bro. Like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Enjoy the content, bro. It's not that serious, bro. It's not that serious, bro. You gotta relax. You gotta relax, Brody. Gotta relax. You gotta, enjoy the channel. Do you subscribe to my channel, bro? Buy a t-shirt. Buy a hoodie, bro. I appreciate you, bro. I really appreciate you tapping in, bro. But listen to the message that I'm delivering, bro. It's beeping. It's beeping, bro. Here and there it's beeping. People been telling me to change it. I promise you, when I get off, because I have to go to Pennsylvania, because I'm a car salesman. I have to take my dealer tag and go pick up a 2016 Cherokee. You interested in buying it? It's for sale. And I'll change the batteries later because a lot of my supporters have been changing. But subscribe and share this channel for me, bro. You're giving me advice about it. I'm telling you, I got the batteries. I took your advice. You know what I mean? I took your advice. They brand new. They ain't even been open yet. Okay? Okay? You know what I mean? What? Bagging so hard on the lies. Man, it's another idiot. Let me get back to the content.
He began to do business with this guy.
Get back to the content.
Now,
let me get back to the content.
Part of Mark Stevens, they had a record label. Robert Ross brought a rapper to Shaq. However, whatever happened with that particular deal with the rapper that he brought to Shaq, the business broke down. Robert Ross felt like he was cheated or scammed, and him and Shaq became ops. Robert Ross still wanted some money out of Shaq. So even though the deal broke down, he began to threaten Shaq and tell Shaq, I got a sex tape of your wife. Pay up or else I'm going to release it. Now, Robert Ross, looking back, he was bluffing the entire time. He never had a sex tape with Shawnee O'Neal, but he was telling Shaq that. So Shaquille O'Neal kept, kept getting harassed, kept getting threatened. He wanted Robert
What's up?
Ross
What's
to
happening? Hit
go
that
away.
notification button,
Robert
buddy.
Ross was ultimately kidnapped by 7 Main Street Crips. So on or about February 11, 2008, in the county of Los Angeles, Shaquille O'Neal and Mark Stevens, acting through their agents, Liddell, a.k.a. Del Dog, and other members of Los Angeles street gang Mafia Crips, they kidnapped Robert Ross, committed an assault and battery on plaintiff, converted the personal property of plaintiff, and intentionally caused plaintiff to suffer emotional distress. This was a big deal. 7 Crips got arrested for this. Now, apparently, it wasn't just a kidnapping case. No, this was a conspiracy to commit murder. Like, their plans was to apparently kill Robert Ross, but Robert Ross escaped or didn't die. So a lot of people was committed because Shaquille O'Neal was involved in it somehow. A lot of people was committed to making sure either those 7 Crips get off or those 7 Crips get convicted. And the state wanted those 7 Crips to be convicted. Ultimately, they could tie Shaq to this. So what happened is there was a man called Stutterbox. Now, Stutterbox was apparently a confidential informant at that particular time. Stutterbox was working against the 7 Main Street Crips, and Stutterbox eventually had to stand against the Main Street Crips, right? Because Stutterbox was in the mix of everybody, but he was already a working informant So all he had to do was just come and testify and tell everything. Now, there were several calls with Stutterbox and Del Dog, who they will say was the agent or the Crip that kind of directed everything. So Stutterbox was in the know-how, right? He was on the phone with Del Dog, and he knew everything. Stutterbox at that time, though, was also working against Whack 100. Now, Stutterbox would claim he only told on Whack 100 because the police was telling him that Whack 100 was coming after him because he was working a snitching on Shaq, because Shaq and Whack 100 was like this. So the police told Stutterbox, yo, Whack is coming after you, bro. So Stutterbox began to snitch on Whack and claimed that Whack was driving like drugs across state line with his trucking company. Whack gets pulled over, he gets raided, his house gets raided. They find a firearm, but the firearm belongs to Whack's wife, who's legal, so that didn't bring no charges. They didn't find any drugs, right? And in like Whack's car. So Whack right now is sitting in a advantageous position. Whack was trying to sue LAPD. Whack was trying to sue the F out of them for the raid. Now, again, this is all documented stuff. Like this is all stuff that's on paper. Like this is all documented. Whack is trying to sue them. So corrupt cop Greg Hayden, you heard that name before. He's the cop that apparently solved Biggie's murder, or he's also the cop that did like the proffer with Keefe D, but then eventually leaked the proffer, right, of Keefe D confessing to Tupac's murder. So corrupt cop Greg Hayden tells Whack and his attorney, bro, listen, okay, please. I will tell you who tipped us off to you, right? Just so you know, okay? But bro, between me and you, bro, like chill. So Whack lawyer kind of convinced him, hey, bro, you don't want to piss them off too much, bro. Like, you know, like it was a raid. There's not much you can get out of this, to be honest. But he's willing to tell us who tipped him off to you, right? Don't you want to know who the confidential informant is? So Greg Hayden tells Whack, yo, Stutterbox told on you. Yo, Stutterbox is working. Whack gets this information, and Whack begins to expose Stutterbox, just like how Whack has been exposing people on the internet over the last couple of years, right? But in the streets is your word versus my word, right? It's, yo, he a snitch. No, hell no, not a snitch. So it was Stutterbox word versus Whack 100 word, right? And Stutterbox was denying everything. But when the trial of the 7 mainstream Crips started, Stutterbox was called to take the stand against them and testify against them, because Stutterbox has been on wiretaps on the phone with Del Dog, who's supposed to be like the orchestrator of everything. So when Stutterbox was taking a stand, Whack 100 knew everything about Stutterbox. Whack 100 told his attorney, listen, here is all the terrible things I know about Stutterbox. Tell the defense attorneys for the 7 Main Street Crips, yo, ask him this. I'll bet you he's going to lie about that on the stand. I'll bet you.
So it's boy Whack 100, man. I told you Lil Woody came out say Whack's a federal informant. Man, there's so much shit going on in the industry. I can't even lie to you. The industry is just buzzing. Like, man, I just had a whole gay y'all just a whole take for the Supreme story, President Trump going crazy, Ben Me, man, Fat Joe, goddamn Whack 100, man. Wow, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's tough, bro. Like, I be on the lookout for my interview coming up too. No Signal, dope interview. Ray Duhancho. I'm just getting things done, man. I'm trying to line up these interviews, put them all out there, man. Get y'all a good roll out back-to-back interviews. Get the channel buzzing again. Hit that notification button. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a like. Leave a comment, man. This shit is a lot.
Stutterbox fed right into it. He lied. He perjured himself. And Stutterbox, like, testimony got thrown out. Well, Stutterbox was like the start witness outside of Robert Ross. And that led to the 7 Main Street Crips be in the case. Now, because of that particular part, right, being involved or being a part of it, right, because Whack 100 was involved, I think, in helping the Main Street Crips beat the case, Wack 100 Enemies, they dropped a documentary. And in this documentary, they reference a call. It was a call with Del Dog, which is the leader who orchestrated the kidnapping of Robert Ross. It was Stutterbox, and it was a guy called CS2 Back. So now the enemies of Wack 100 is saying, hold on. Well, if you help them beat the case, then how come your name not in the paperwork? Well, he did it through his lawyer. And then they're saying, hold on. His name ain't in the paperwork because Wack 100 must be CS2 Back. Now, CS2 Back stands for Confidential Informant Back. And the only evidence they're saying that Wack is CS2 Back is they're claiming that the name sounded alike. That the name CS2 Back sounds like Wack, so Wack 100 must be CS2 Back. I've taken the position of, I'm not going with this until I see the black and white paperwork, right? Brick Baby is my brother. Wack 100 is my brother. I'm not picking sides in their beef. Just like how I made that video saying, I'm not calling Brick Baby a snitch or a rat until I see black and white paperwork. I'm not saying Wack 100 is CS2 Back, or I'm not calling Wack 100 no rat until I see the black and white. Until I see Cash Jones sign a proffer saying this. Or yo, Cash Jones interrogation, or yo, bro, if there's no black and white, bro, y'all gotta stop calling people rats. If there's no black and white,
true.
Or unless
and he's not even a street guy. I can't even take it. You know what I mean? Like, I can't take it. That boy, he's a chump motherfucker too. But he puts out good content. You know what I'm saying? When you want to hear that messy shit, he's like the rest of the girls. But this motherfucker Supreme story is just like bigger than everything. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's just one of them stories that just hit the fucking fan, bro. It's tough.
We are
the U.S. strike, that shit still going on. That's crazy. Tank in the camp. Yeah, dumb criminals. I can only watch that. Like, you know what I mean? It's just full of stuff, bro. Like, you just can't get enough of this. Like, the internet is flawless. No one can beat the internet, bro. Please hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, man. That little box under there, man. Purchase a t-shirt, a hat, man, a cup, a sticker. Sticker's only $2.99, $5 or something, man. Donate to the channel, man. Now, man, don't be afraid to donate to the channel. Ain't no Cash App up there. You gonna donate, you know how to donate. It's right up there. But if you don't, you don't. I appreciate the eyes, bro.
Nobody went.
You know what I mean? This is crazy. The DC wars is going on. It's a lot going on.
Thank you.
They say that boy's a fucking monster now. Hit that notification button. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a like. Leave a comment, bro. Drop a like. Leave a comment. So much going on, bro. Mom and son, rain charges. All types of shit going on. Mom and son's getting caught. Little Dirt fans are out of control. Yeah, Javante Davis big as a bitch. I ain't even gonna lie. That boy huge. And that boy gonna put Jake Paul to sleep. We ain't really playing with Jake Paul. What y'all think about that? That Javante Davis fighting Jake Paul. You know what I mean? Javante Davis and Jake Paul, man. It's a money fight. It's a money grab. I'm a Javante Davis fan. I'm from Baltimore. And we gonna get busy. Audi. Yeah. Let me get back into that, man. My bad. I was texting. Hit that notification button. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a like. Leave a comment. The Queen's Flip was in Baltimore, man. Shout out to Queen's Flip too, bro. You know what I mean? Shout out to Queen's Flip. But listen, man, hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. I thank everybody for tapping in, man. Y'all seen what I covered. I covered everything. Go back and hit the rewind, man. No fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. RD.